Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I actually started recording this earlier to kind of go over this whole process, but uh, I'm an idiot and don't know how to use this phone very well, even though I've had it a few months already. So I missed out on that. So anyway, basically, this is my home. What happened is the contractor slash friend that I've known for such a long time did most of the work here, 95% of it, 90% maybe, I guess. But anyway, this is the sink that we did here, and well, there's the 5% I did. Most of this backsplash, not too bad. Anyway, so this was just completed, the plumbing part of this, probably 3 months ago, 4 months ago, something like that. And when we got home from Christmas, from Tennessee visiting family, we noticed that there was some water down here. Well, this was leaking here. So I decided, I contacted him, because I'm not a plumber. And his response was, "Is it my fault?" Well, I didn't like that answer. I said, never mind, I'll take care of it myself. And they sell this at Lowe's, Home Depot. I think I got it from Lowe's. I don't even remember how much it was. I think $10 maybe, $7. It wasn't bad. But because what had happened is I took pictures of it first, and before I loosened anything or did anything like that. And this part, as you can see, this hold on, I got this little Ryobi, really handy. Like Kathy wanted that, and turned out to be very useful. It takes these batteries here. Anyway, that's not the point. So right here, you can see that this was kind of chewed up a little bit and bent up. And look, it's actually falling apart now as I'm touching it. That's the cardboard ring, kind of like a protected seal, I guess. And then this rubber here was slightly torn and crushed. So when I went to Lowe's and showed the dude that, he said what it looked like was this was just over tightened. You want this to be snug, but you don't want to tighten it down so tight that it breaks the seal or any of that. And that's looks like what happened. So, and this thing is already, I mean, this is cardboard, thin cardboard, so maybe it's not supposed to last anyway. I don't know. Again, I'm not a plumber. So anyway, just bought the new kit. Dude said that it should fix the problem. He said as long as up in top, up in here, I'm not standing up, but in there underneath of the drain itself, you have to put the plumber's putty, which I saw him do originally, so I know that's there. I'm sure that's enough, because the other side here, we're not having any problem. He kind of did the same thing. I just hope that side doesn't start leaking at some point. But this one, just from the initial finding of this being all wet down here, this side here looked a lot better. Like the size was uniformed all the way around. It just looked like it was okay. Excuse me. So this one, you could tell it was kind of crushed. So anyway, I'm gonna pause this for now, fix this, and if this goes like YouTube says it should go, and dude at Lowe's says it should go, I should be done with this in 5 minutes. So put you on hold for now, and we'll be back and I'll let you know what happened. All right, guys, so I was wrong. I don't, this is frustrating for me, but anyway, after messing with that just for a couple minutes down there and feeling moisture, I jumped up in here and realized this was not sealed properly at all. So all I did was just literally grab it and pull very easily, and this just popped right up. So as you can see, this plumber's putty here was not applied properly. I mean, it's soaking wet. It wasn't down in there tight. And I'm a little confused. I mean, this is, again, not being a plumber and installing sinks very often, especially something like this. This was one of those, I don't know, it was expensive, more than it should have been, to be honest with you. Don't mind our dishes. We made, had our lunch and then couldn't wash them because of this. So, but anyway, that side we haven't had any problems, and it appeared that he did the same thing on both sides, because he did them both at the same time. But like this, you see this is a female, or I'm sorry, male. It needs to, looks like it has the grooves to be screwed into something. But obviously this sink isn't made that way. So I guess that you'd have to have this putty and just put it down in there, I guess. So, which is kind of an, I don't know, that's kind of odd to me, how they would, why they would make it that way. I don't know. I'm sure there's some of you out there, if there's anybody watching this video and wanting to comment, you'll correct me on that. I've watched so many stupid videos on YouTube about plumbing and stuff, and I don't recall coming across something particularly like this issue. But regardless, that 5-minute fix that I mentioned is now going to be longer, because I'm going to have to run over to Lowe's and get some plumber's putty and talk to dude over there and see if this will suffice, or if I have to get a new type of drain, whatever this piece is called, drain cap, or I'm not even sure what this is called. I really should learn a lot of this terminology. I do a lot of remodeling work myself in rental properties, but for some reason I can't grasp the names of everything. I just gotta know what it looks like and do it. So once again, I guess I'm going to go ahead and stop this video for now. I will continue it later with an update. So see you soon. Alright guys, back from Lowe's. So they, as usual, they are of no help over there. Thankfully I ran into a dude standing in the aisle looking at repair parts, and he helped me out. So this was done correctly as far as the material used, but it just wasn't, I guess what happened is the putty, this stuff, this plumber's putty, I did know what this is, guys, so I don't mind you calling me an idiot, but this I actually did know what it was. But anyway, when he put it on here, on the bottom here, and wrapped it around, he didn't have, somewhere along the line, he didn't have it either all the way around and pressed in and then pushed down in here enough. So there was an opening somewhere, or this maybe was off-centered a little. All it takes is just a little bit. If there's any gap, water will find it. So water got in there, and it didn't take, like I said, it's been 2-3 months, and it ate away at this stuff and found its way and ultimately started leaking into the bottom of the bottom of the cabinet. So I need to clean the rest of this off, and then apply this on here and press it on there and get it all connected and test it out. So Give me a minute. Be right back. All right, we're under the sink. The putty is on there. It says you just apply a 1/8 bead around that and press it down firmly to make sure it's spread evenly. Probably a little more than 1/8, I think, because it started to come out a little bit through the bottom. So I don't think that's detrimental. So I'm not going to reuse, even though this stuff looks like it's okay. Even the rubber washer here still looks like it's in great shape. I don't see any damage to it. Cardboard obviously was rotted away. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here. And I found out something new. Always good to learn. The only purpose for this cardboard ring or washer is to prevent the rubber washer from binding up or twisting when you tighten this one on. So let me try to do this with. Let me see. Give me 1 second. What's up here? Hope none of you guys are epileptic. I probably put you in epileptic seizure there. I'm trying to get this ring on. There we go. They're going straight anyway. Trying to do this one-handed. Didn't work too well. So anyway, that's how it goes on. And then if you're straight, which I'm not, dear Lord. Ambidextrous, I am not. I'm right-handed. All right, that's crooked. That's going on. All right, hold on. All right, got it all secure. These were not quite big enough. They were close, but not quite big enough. I did know an old trick where you just use a flathead and hammer, and these little slots up here. You just put your screwdriver like that, and keep tapping away. Got it to where it's really snug. Get this secured. This you can hand tighten this stuff. One thing about plumbing I have learned, I guess, is that most of the stuff under the sinks like this, you can hand tighten. So anyway, let's hop up here. So yeah, it's squeezed out a little bit more. I'm gonna leave that there for now and try this. Cross our fingers, guys. Here, you know what? Let's do this. Let's try warm water. That cold makes it feel like it's wet, and it's not. Well, I think that's going to hold for now. The one thing I did come across as I had you guys paused for a few minutes was this plumber's putty, Odie. This stuff right here. One thing I came across is after I already had that on there and I started tightening it, I looked at this just out of curiosity to see before I tightened it all the way down if I was missing anything. And the one thing that has me concerned is, as you see right there, Do not use on marble, granite, limestone, or any other dimensional stone. You have to use OD stain-free plumber's putty on those materials. This is a composite sink. So I jumped on DuckDuckGo to do a search, and couldn't get a clear answer in the 30 seconds I spent trying to research that. It does look like, for the most part, I should be fine. However, I'm going to monitor this pretty closely for a while, especially since these were both done at the same time. I'm thinking that if the putty I used, or he used, is not the correct stuff, then if that failed already, this one's probably going to fail soon too. So I'm going to keep an eye out on that, see how it goes. But anyway, I think that's it for now. Just figured I'd let you guys know that we investors not only deal with problems on our rental properties, we also deal with problems at our own homes. And I also have something I'm going to apologize for right now is I had my phone turned up the right side, or up and down vertical, for probably that last video or two. So now this whole video is probably going to be mixed of horizontal and vertical. So I apologize about that. Again, you can comment in this section below and tell me that I'm an idiot. So thanks for stopping by. Subscribe if you'd like. And until next time, see ya.